Chapter 8. The Alchemical Clock. Rhythm before discipline. Most students do not fail because they lack knowledge, and not because they lack motivation. Most fail because they are living out of rhythm. The master's question. Does the student have a knowledge problem or a timing problem? Most of the time, it's timing. Imagine a cathedral where the walls are strong and the boiler is hot, but the clock tower is broken, every gear turning at a different speed. That's most people trying to change their life on no sleep and no rhythm. The issue isn't effort, it's synchronization. The first audit. Before any advanced practice, the teacher checks 4 coordinates with the student: wake time, sleep time, sunlight exposure, feeding window. These 4 reveal more than 100 conversations. Do not blame the student for a broken clock, adjust the clock. The first strike, do not assign 10 changes, assign 1. Set the wake time, protect it. Once one gear turns steadily, the rest tend to follow. The 24-hour law is not a prison. It is the skeleton a life can be built on. Chapter 9. The high-friction environment. The gray city is not undone in a quiet room. It's undone in the marketplace. Anyone can seem steady in silence. The real question is what holds under pressure. The master's question. Can the student hold their center when the environment leans? 3 kinds of pressure. Worth noticing. Time pressure. Does a new habit survive a genuinely busy week, or does it get sacrificed first? Emotional pressure. During disappointment or conflict, does the student return to their breath or to old complaint loops? Social pressure. In a crowd, does the student shrink to be liked or stay themselves? None of these are pass-fail tests you administer. They're simply what real life will show you, in time, without your engineering it. Reading the body honestly. When a student comes back from a hard week, listen to what they say and also notice their shoulders, their breath, their posture. Neither one alone tells the whole truth. Read both and ask rather than assume. Chapter 10. The Parallel Pillar. The Obsolescence of the Teacher. The sovereign teacher does not seek a congregation. The sovereign teacher seeks a peer. If you have stayed steady, resisted rescuing, and let real life test the work, a shift happens naturally. The student stops looking to you for the answer and starts looking into their own marrow. The master's question. If the scaffolding is removed today, does the pillar remain standing? If yes, the transmission is complete. The law of obsolescence. Most systems are built to keep a student returning to the teacher forever. This one is built to make itself unnecessary. A true teacher measures success by how quickly they are no longer required. The student from the future. You were never their superior and never their savior. You were a steady mirror, reflecting their own forgotten strength back to them until they could hold it themselves. Now the reflection is equal. The graduation. There is no grand ceremony. When the student can hold their rhythm, their breath, and their gaze under real pressure, you offer them distance, not more information. You step back and say simply, the stone is set. The teacher returns to their own quiet center. The student steps into the world holding their own. There are now 2 steady people where there used to be one. Part 2. The kinetic transmission. How the architect demonstrates the recall. Chapter 11. The anatomy of the torus field. The philosophy is set. Now you must make it tangible. You cannot simply tell a student to have better boundaries. Abstract words rarely change behavior on their own. The architect uses a simple diagram to make the invisible easier to feel. The whiteboard protocol. Draw a single dot in the center. This is your center. This is the original. Draw a vertical line through it, floor to ceiling, earth to sky, steady. Draw a circle around both. This is your field, the space your calm, steady breathing generates around you. Reading the lean. The contracted field. Shallow breathing, a field pulled in tight against the skin. Everything presses in and feels overwhelming. The lean. The vertical line tilts toward an outside stressor. Energy pouring toward a problem instead of staying centered. The overexpanded field. A field stretched thin, trying to hold everyone else's weight. The instinct to rescue rather than say no. A simple classroom exercise. Have the student stand, breathe steadily, and hold their gaze on the horizon while you walk slowly toward them, asking them to notice where they feel their own edge. That felt edge is their perimeter. Naming it once in the body is often more useful than pages of explanation.